we'd see him at the store. He was so polished. But you know what? He just made a ton of money off that show. I was like, I'm good. I'm going to chill.
He's a great guy, too.
Yeah. The best. Nicest guy in the world.
Nicest guy in the world. Always great to young comics. When I walked in the store, he was always very nice.
Great to everybody. You didn't have to earn, a conversation with him. He'd talk to door people.
So Mark Perry is opening for Cat on the Road.
Yeah. At least that show in Austin.
And did they do the Moody?
I don't know what he did. Did a big place, though. Cat's killing it. It's like his ticket sales went up like 800%.
This is Joe Rogan talking about the recent successful interview with Club Shay Shay and Katt Williams. 2 weeks. That interview was 2 weeks ago, and people are still talking about this shit. And Joe Rogan, I guess it got around to Joe Rogan. So let's go ahead and check this out. Hit that thumbs up button, guys.
HEB Center. Yeah, so they did the big place. That's that 15,000 seat place. Look at that. Come on, son. Let's go.
I always loved Katt.
I love Katt.
So I don't know.
He did that interview. He said I wouldn't have him on. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'll have you on. Let's go.
2 times.
Anytime.
I'll have you on.
Whenever you want to come by, call me. I'll fire this place up at 3 a.m. for you. I would. I'm always into doing something. I think we're gonna get a studio downtown. I think I'm going to get a studio in one of the penthouses with a view so I could do nighttime podcasts. Like after the podcast or after the shows. Like, say if we do a 7 o'clock show at the mothership, hey, let's just go fuck around. Let's go do a podcast
like
for a couple
we did
hours.
at Ice House.
Exactly.
Those are great days.
Those are great days. When Red Band had that cool studio right there at the Ice
House.
House.
In and out.
Mm-hmm. And we would go onto the stage on Ice House Chronicles. We had a good time.
I wonder what the Ice House looks like now.
It's supposed to be nice.
This guy is from, where is he from? He from Sopranos, right? Was he on Sopranos or something? He's from the mob movies and shit. No, it wasn't Goodfellas.
Really? It's very cleaned up. A lot of guys don't like it because they miss the dirt.
Hit the thumbs up button.
I get it. You miss, it was an old club. It was the longest running club in the country, the Ice House was. Yes. Ice House was the longest running stand-up comedy club in the country. It was older than the store. Ice House existed before the store. And it was originally an actual ice house where people would go to get ice, and then it became like some sort of rock and roll club, and then it became a comedy club in the early 70s. Been a comedy club forever. The longest running comedy club even before the store.
It really was a gem.
Oh, it was amazing.
That club was a gem, and I'll tell you why. Because it just took you out of that whole L.A. shit for an hour.
Exactly.
It took you out of there.
Put you out in regular people.
Those people in that big room that would come on Friday and Saturday, I don't know why anybody didn't take their specials there.
A lot of guys did.
They just come to laugh there. They came prepared.
Good people. It was a good place to be. Good staff.
That's what I miss about L.A. The Armenians.
Yeah.
They're up north. See, New Jersey's got a lot of Armenians, but up north.
Yeah.
So when I moved here, the Armenian would call me all the time and say, "You want to buy a gun? My friend, he'll see you." But when I went to my hometown, I had Armenians up there growing up. Not a lot of them, like this one wrestler kid. But when I went up there about 5 years ago, I noticed I have an Armenian church in North Bergen. No, I miss them.
You were out next to him.
Yeah, no. And I just
Those are the last manly men.
Yeah, they're fucking out of their minds.
Unapologetically masculine men.
Dog, that was still to the day my best drug dealer. I miss him. We still talk. No, I miss him.
You were out next to him.
Yeah, no. And I just
Those are the last manly men.
Yeah, they're fucking out of their minds.
Unapologetically masculine men.
Dog, that was still to the day my best drug dealer. I miss him. We still talk once in a while. He's still fucking nuts.
Best drug dealer.
Still, I don't know how these guys could do it. I mean, I was there with him 20 years ago. For him to still, and he's still at that race. At that pace. I'm sorry. He's not at the pace like, I go out Friday and Saturday. No. No. Now he just goes to Vegas for the week.
Oh, boy.
Now he just goes to Vegas. 100 Xanax, couple ounces blow.
Do you think you could ever do a residency somewhere, like a Vegas type deal? Where people would come to see you?
Yeah.
The thing about living in Vegas, Joey, is one, it's great tax benefits, but two, you don't live in Vegas.
No,
you live in like Henderson.
Yeah,
or somewhere nice.
People like it.
Henderson's nice.
Wait a minute, how come Vegas got good tax? Is that why everybody keeps moving there? Because the tax benefits? And what are some of the What's some of the tax benefits? Any Vegas locals might know? Leave it in the comments. Give me that thumbs up button. Let's continue on, y'all.
Like it.
What's that other place? There's another area of Vegas that's real nice. That's out further away that a lot of people live in. Where Red Rocks is? Where's Red Rocks?
I was gonna say that, but that's not what it's called.
Red Rocks is nice.
In Colorado?
No. Red Rock Casino.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That might be what they call it, I guess.
The area Red Rock?
Yeah, I mean
That's a nice area.
Park.
That's where the Fertitas have that club.
Summerlin.
Red Rock. That's I saw Dana White gambling there, and he was down $600,000 playing blackjack. I was like, "You fucking psychopath!
Damn.
What are you doing?" Because I knew he did that, but I never went with him to do it till this one time. These guys are all gambling. Taylor Lewan lost $120,000 in the first 5 minutes, and I'm
Jesus.
fucking shitting my pants. I'm getting anxiety. I can't watch this.
Wow.
This is insane. Taylor wound up winning. I think he was up 60 and he quit. Then Dana wound up winning. Dana was down 600 and he wound up being up 600.
Dana's good at cards.
Oh, he's a wizard. He got kicked out of the Palms back in the day. He won like $7 million one night, and they gave him the boot.
What?
They said, "You're banned."
Do you play cards?
No, I mean, I did with my wife. I went with my wife, with Whitney and Lex Friedman. We went.
I wish I knew how to play cards, man. I wish I would have, got into like becoming like a professional poker person. Those guys make a lot of money, especially if you're really good at poker.
To Vegas a while back during the pandemic. Whitney had a corporate gig, so it was she did stand up at some lady's house. So went to this rich lady had this house in Vegas, and Dana Carvey and Whitney Cummings, and I introduced Whitney because I was just there and I was drunk. We just went from Andrew Schultz's wedding, so we went to Andrew Schultz's wedding in Montecito. We flew on a jet with Lex Friedman hammered out of his fucking mind. Whitney and my wife, we all went to Vegas for like the day. So we got there at like 9 p.m. The gig is at 10. She does her gig, and then we go out. We go and play cards, and it was a hilarious night. Lex Friedman got in a push-up contest with David Goggins. I called Goggins and said we were in town. Goggins met us there. We hung out with Goggins and his wife, and we played a little bit of cards. But I'm not good at it.
Did you ever
I
play
quit
poker
quick.
with five guys?
Nope. Poker to me was always the thing that killed pool action. Because you can't miss when you're playing poker. You can win or lose. So if you're a gambling addict, there's a lot of guys. The thing about pool is making the shot. It's
Right.
like the 9 balls. It's like it's 8-8 on a race to 9. You're shooting the 9 ball for all the fucking marbles, and that's what I like. I like these high pressure moments. I like the difficulty of like performing under pressure, and cards didn't have any of that, but it had the gambling. So all the gambling addicts who were just addicted to gambling, they didn't want to play pool anymore. They wanted to play cards.
Right.
So we'd have these gin rummy games. These guys would be playing all these card games when you couldn't get any pool games. So to me, I was like,
I had to have the cards.
I can never sit with five guys all night. Like I knew people who played 2-3 days. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not a game guy. Even Monopoly as a kid, once you started buying.
That's funny, man. That is crazy.
Growing up, not a lot of them like this one.
Anyway, that is from Joe Rogan's podcast. Joe Rogan. I guess Katt said something about Joe Rogan, him not being invited to be on Joe Rogan's podcast. He said something like that. I guess something like that, right? He said that Joe Rogan won't invite me to his podcast. I always forget to talk on the mic. But yeah, so yeah, Joe Rogan, that's cool. Yeah, Joe Rogan's, it's not too many cool white men out there. Joe Rogan's a cool white dude. I'm trying to think, who other cool white men are out there? Sean Connery was a cool white man. They always try to make Liam Neeson seem like he's a cool white dude, but Liam Neeson's kind of corny. Who else? I'm trying to think of another cool white man. Joe Rogan, Sean, rest in peace, Sean Connery. He was a cool white dude. I'm trying to think of another. Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds was a cool white man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that'd be dope if Katt Williams went on Joe Rogan's podcast. But you know what though? I hope he doesn't go on no rant. I hope he gets into like a really detailed because there's never really been too many interviews about Katt Williams that where he kind of, I mean, he gave us a little bit on Club Shay Shay on the Shannon Sharp show, but you never really, I think on Joe Rogan, it seemed like when Katt Williams goes on a podcast is supposed to be different from an interview. It's supposed to be like you're having a conversation with the person, and information just comes out about the person doing the podcast. You know, doing the conversation. That's what I like about Joe Rogan's podcast, because it seems like he's just having a conversation, and then you'll get info about the person as the person has a conversation with Joe. He makes it not feel like it's an interview. And I think even with Club Shay Shay, with Club Shannon Sharp, it didn't feel like a podcast, like a conversation. It felt like an interview. So I think if Katt came on to Joe Rogan's podcast, I think it would be good, because he knows how to mix an interview with a conversation where it doesn't feel like he's being interviewed. And I think he probably could get more out of Katt than somebody like a Shannon Sharp or trying to think what else Katt was on. Shannon Sharp or like a Willie D or something like that. I know he kind of opened up a little bit with Larry King. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing I get from Katt Williams, I could be wrong. Katt Williams he seems like he has admiration for white folks. That's just, I mean, you know, which is cool, but I get that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like he has an overwhelmed. He'll open up more. He seemed like the only interview I've ever seen Katt Williams open up truly is when he opened up with Larry King. You can see that interview on YouTube too. But anyway, shout out to Joe Rogan. Check out Joe Rogan's podcast and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, Charles Inez World, and leave your comments, man. What do y'all think about this? When y'all want to see Katt on Joe Rogan, or are y'all all done with Katt? Are y'all exhausted? It's been 2 weeks of Katt. Are y'all exhausted with the whole Katt thing? Leave it in the comments. Give me that thumbs up button, and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it, guys. Take care.